Are they worth it? I'll let you decide at the end of this video. The boys love to eat chicken poop. Go on. Go, 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 go. Welcome back. I'm Brittany Michelle with the Unmotivated Homemaker, and it's chicken coop cleaning day. Talk about unmotivating. Who likes to just clean up poop? Not me. But I like keeping these girls healthy, so it's got to get done. So join me today as we clean our coop, and I hope by the end of this video you will know if you want chickens or not and if they're worth it. I have not let the chickens out in a couple weeks. We had guests over, and since they poop everywhere, that's a major downside of having chickens if you let them free range. I'm gonna let them free range while I clean the coop out. All right, just to get started, our chicken pen is from Rugged Ranch. We bought it at a local farm and feed store. We put two of them together. It has this great door that you can get into. Just make sure you duck, because first times that I've hit my head on this, especially when I'm closing it, I hit the back of my head. But it's a nice big door for people to get into. I wanted to highlight, we put a tarp over the roof of this so the chickens are able to stay dry mostly. It repels the water. It did really well in the snow over the course of the winter. We actually have two tarps because we have two pens, but we just bungeed it really nice and taut, and then the rain and snow just come right off. So chickens are attracted to the color red. That's why their feeder on the right side and their waterer on the left side have red holes and nozzles. That way they can learn how to eat and drink out of it. I never knew that until I got chickens. I was like, why is everything red? So they can see it. They know where to go. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Then I just like to rinse it off with a hose. Then I just let it fill up with the hose. We also sometimes put different types of vitamin drops in there. I don't currently have any. So I'm just gonna let it fill up with water. And then the waterer holds up to 12 gallons of water. And it's also the OverEZ brand, which is the brand of our chicken coop. Both the feeder and the waterer. Go on. These boys are the biggest poop eaters. They wish they could live in this pen. It's so gross. My husband made this ladder into the coop. It came with a wooden ladder like this to walk into the coop, but it was actually really rickety. So we made it out of pressure treated wood, so it would last longer out here. Made the rungs bigger. We buy this feed locally. We like the non-GMO corn and soy free. It's free of most of the junk. We also have some organic feed we use. So this feeder is great. You just pour it in the top. It holds up to 50 pounds of feed. And normally the bags of feed are about 40 to 50 pounds that you buy. They like their new food. So our chicken coop is an OverEZ chicken coop, and we have the large one. It holds 12 to 15 birds. It has a nice metal slanted roof, so the rain and snow just slough right off the backside and is all weatherproof. It's amazing. There's a big door on this left side that lets us humans get in. It has a nice vent at top. And then it has two windows that actually open. And then the nesting boxes are right there in the front. What's great about this is, you see this handle right here? You just twist this knob to open the nesting boxes to see if you have any eggs. And then you twist the handle again here, and then it latches to the handle. There's 5 boxes. So here are the 5 nesting boxes. Our chickens actually don't really lay their eggs here. They like to lay them in the back corners. Maybe they feel more secure, I'm not sure, but I do still put straws in there just in case. If you're gonna get chickens, this coop in general, or a nice big coop with nesting boxes, a big door for you to get in and out of, is a must. Plus this coop is very aesthetically pleasing, I think. So that in and of itself is a nice reason to have chickens. It looks so cute. So downside of chickens, there's a lot of poop, and you do need to clean their poop. You don't want them to be just living in their poop and pee. So there is maintenance with chickens. You do have to feed and water them, obviously, but if you're already an animal person and you like that, then that should be just fine. I'm going to scrape the inside straw out, and I do recommend putting glasses on and a mask because you don't want to inhale all of this and get into your secretions. It's really disgusting. And it smells like it needs a cleaning. So this is what it looks like before. So we have an extension cord running out to the coop, and I'll show you that in a minute. So I rake out with this big rake, and then I grab this smaller rake to scrape off a lot of the poop, and to get into the nesting boxes, and to get really close to the cracks.
We bought this electrical package from OverEZ. It was in addition to the chicken coop and not included. So it comes with 2 outlets, and one of them has a switch and the light fixture that runs our heat lamp, and that switch can turn the heat lamp on and off. We bought a timer, that white one up there with the dial, and that allows the heat lamp to go on and off on a timer each night. So this Happy Hen House gray box runs our automatic door. It plugs into the outlet, and it has modes to open and close by a certain time of the day, or it goes by a light sensor which has various light level settings, so dawn or dusk and etc. You can pick what you want. So we have it set to a certain time of the day for it to go up and down. So I will show you how the door works.
Well, that bulb is completely broken off. Hopefully we can get it out of the light socket. So there's an outlet over here, and then an outlet over there. A lot of people are nervous when I tell them we have a automatic chicken door, that their chicken's heads are going to cut off if they walk in and it's going down, but it doesn't. It's set very lightly. If there's anything that touches it, it goes back up. All right, I'm just going to sit on this gross chicken poop, but it's small in here, not meant for me, so okay, I'm trying to get out of the way. So this is down. Again, this is automatic. We don't have to manually do this, but we can if we need to. Okay, and then goes up. All right. So here's the door to the chicken coop. Automatic chicken door. It's amazing. It's a lifesaver. You can leave your chickens for a long time and they can just go in and out themselves and you don't have to worry about it. So besides cost, other things to consider is the maintenance of the actual chicken coop itself. My dog just wants to play fetch. Go on. If you want to do chicken chores, that means obviously cleaning the coop, buying the supplies, buying the straw. They really like to nest in this straw and lay their eggs in this straw. I've seen people use AstroTurf in these. They say they can just spray it off. That sounds actually like a really good idea for long-term maintenance. Now I do this maintenance about once a month, besides their water and food. Obviously if they need more food and water more frequently, then I do that. We get our shavings from Tractor Supply, if you have one of those in your area. Just a double layering to help absorb that pee and poop, some of that urine smell too, probably. Of course, I dumped about half my box of shavings over when I went to set down the box. Typical for me. So here it is, all new, poop free, urine free. The chickens are gonna be happy, happy girls. Now, a few extra features I want you to know about of this coop specifically, which is great if you're considering buying one, is it can go on wheels, so you can actually roll it around and move it. It's movable. So if you live somewhere and you want to rotate your chickens so they get fresher, I don't know, grass to peck at, or you just want your other dead grass that's in the pen to grow back, this is easily movable. We did buy the wheels that come with this, and you just put the lever in right there. So that's something that's really great. And I just like the ease of it, that it's big enough for us to be able to clean it. Alright, so there's a tour of the chicken coop and the maintenance that goes along with it. So there are a lot of things to consider if you really want chickens. First, number one, can you afford it? Second, also with cost, is it worth it? Organic eggs are about, what, $6, $7 a dozen? So if you do the math, this coop, when we bought it, was about $1,200. I just looked today and it is now $1,900 with inflation. So it's gone up a lot. So $2,000 divided by 6 to 7 bucks, is that worth that many eggs? To us, it's worth it to have control of what our chickens eat. But for cost alone, I do not believe it's worth it. If you are okay just buying organic eggs at the grocery store, then I would stick with that. They are relatively maintenance free. They can govern themselves if they have water and food and are able to be locked in. If you're afraid of predators, they're fairly easy. They can just go in and out and they do their thing. But if you don't want to do the maintenance of that, then no, it's not worth it. Now also we have our chickens because we really just love chickens. We love to watch them. They're super soothing. You can watch them all day long just peck around and flap around and just, I don't know, take their dirt baths. They're so much fun. So it is a very nice animal to keep. Now, some other things to consider. If you're going to free range, you should give them a place to go home at night that's safe. So we usually keep our pen door open, but then like I showed you, we have our automatic door that closes to keep them safe. It does take them a little bit to learn that naturally on their own. The first couple weeks, there was always a straggler or two I had to physically carry and put into the pen, but they do learn it. It does become a habit. It does become natural to them. So if you want them to free range, there's predators, and yes, they will get eaten. Don't think that your chickens are going to be immune to any of the predators out there, especially if you live in the woods or even in town. There's foxes, there's hawks, all sorts of little predators that will eat your chickens. Don't be naive about that. Another thing to consider is they will destroy wherever they are at. So this pen used to have a lot of grass in it. Actually, it was all grass, and now it's just all dirt. So if you don't want to ruin any of your landscaping, and you don't want chicken poop all over, and I mean all over. We have to power wash around all of our concrete areas and by our front door because they just will roam up there. So that is something to consider. If you have a lot of flowers, landscaping, they will peck and they will eat it too. So you have to maybe get that enclosed with chicken wire, and if you don't like that because it's not aesthetically pleasing, then chickens might not be for you. Things to consider when buying chickens: do you want to buy them and hatch them yourselves, or do you want to buy them around 5 or 6 to 8 weeks? That's common. Or you can buy them from just 1 to 2 days old. That's what we did with these girls because we had never done it before, and it was really, really fun to watch them grow up. I also think chickens are a great animal to have if you have kids or you have anybody in your house that needs chores to do. It does give them some responsibility and it helps them learn how to take care of animals. Now, if you don't want to deal with all of that, I would just probably get a cat or a dog because they are more money than a cat or a dog long term, unless you're buying a $3,000 dog. Then I guess that is a lot of money. So, in conclusion, I personally, if I had not ever had chickens, I would not start chickens. But since I already have them and I love them because now I'm attached, I love having chickens, and they're super fun and entertaining, and I love getting their eggs and eating their eggs, and they're super cute. I don't mind the maintenance because it's actually fun. It's rewarding to take care of them and to watch them grow. But if you're on the fence about it, really consider the cost and consider your time.
How many eggs you get a day depends on how many chickens you have. So a chicken will typically lay in their first year of life 4 to 5-ish eggs in a week, and they don't usually start laying until they're about 11 to 12 weeks of age, and then a lot of times they stop laying eggs around 3 years old. Then the average chicken lives about 5 to 6 years of life, depending if they're free ranging, if they get any kind of like Merrick's disease, anything like that. So you're probably going to get with one chicken about 170 eggs, 200 eggs a year if they're an amazing, awesome laying chicken. So that is a lot of eggs, and so the more chickens you have, the more eggs you're going to get. So in the long run, it is a lot of eggs that you do get, and you do know what your eggs are made of and all the nutrition that they're getting.
Look at, they're back. They're coming to eat. They knew I was wrapping up this video. Aren't they so cute? Let me show you. That's Goldie. That's Princess. That's Gertrude, the huge brown one. So this is a homestead activity and homemaking activity that I love. I love being able to have our own eggs to eat ourselves. But there's a lot of you very smart people out there, so let me know some tips or tricks, if any, for our coop, and I'm always happy to learn and grow. So, and that's why I'm doing this channel. I want to learn from you guys as much as I can teach you. So I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching The Unmotivated Homemaker.